Everybody in? We are going on 500 people. All right. I'm Betsy Rose. I think you all know that. I'm joined today by three amazing, wonderful song leaders. There was maybe going to be four, but I think maybe that's not happening. So here we are. I'll introduce each of them in a minute, but I first just want to take a minute to welcome you. And you know what? Let's just disable the waiting room. We don't need it anymore. We're done with that. I'm going to do that. There we go. Then people can just pop in. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm taking a deep breath and looking at you. And again, I want to say, this idea came to me from a wonderful local activist and my former La Leche League coordinator and counselor. I've known this woman a long time. My son is now 33. She is an activist, and she texted me, maybe emailed me Thursday and said, I think we should all get together at City Hall during the inauguration and sing We Shall Overcome. Are you in? And at the time I thought, I don't have time to organize anything, and I don't know if I want to take time out of my Monday morning, blah, blah, right? And I said, I don't know, this is a little too late. I don't think I can get on board with this. If it was online, I said, maybe. And then that idea, that earworm, that mind worm took over. I thought, online, we could do this. And so starting Friday, I just started emailing artists and envisioning it and talking to people and praying about it and making sure that this was aligned, because it was going to take real fast work. And here we are, 48, 56 hours later. So I want us all to just own and take into our hearts that when we need to organize something, and we will in the coming months, of course, we've needed to for a long time. We're still going to need to, that the people are ready. The people are ready. If something moves our heart, says, yes, this is needed. If it's needed, one of us can do it. Somebody will do it. And we're going to sing today about exactly that. People coming together with or without warning, becoming a we, many eyes becoming a we. And we're going to honor that we power by singing the we shall overcome. We shall overcome. So leading us today will be Melanie deMore, a renowned song leader. I know she is loved. Give Melanie a wave. Let her know that you know she's in the house and you are in the house. I don't even hardly want to talk about Melanie, except to say that we've worked together for decades, and she never fails to show up, be right there. I've rarely seen an artist as present as Melanie is, on screen or off, and she brings a lot of energy and love to the room. So thank you, Melanie. We'll be starting with you in just a minute. My dear friend Reggie Harris, old friend and colleague from the East Coast, from the People's Music Network, which he and I have been part of for many, many years. Give Reggie a big hello, you East Coast folks. Some of them, I know there's people in the house from that community, Sarah Pirtle, Fred Taylor, number of other people from my East Coast communities. And Reggie is we're going to put everybody's info in the chat, so you will have websites for all these artists. They can reach you. Artists, if you want to put any upcoming events and links in the chat yourself, feel free to do that. But all we've got is your websites for now. And lastly, Sheniqua Trotman, a new friend of mine. I met Sheniqua just a week and a little ago at the Global Women's Summit. Let's give it up for Sheniqua. Global Women's Summit put on by Heather Houston, 4 days of mostly women singing online, 40 women song leaders. Sheniqua was one of the many who just wowed me. It's like, why have I not known about this woman sooner? Sheniqua very graciously agreed to come today. Thank you, Sheniqua. Singer, song leader, does vocal coaching. You'll hear more. All right, I'm done. Melanie deMore, let's go, and we will spotlight Melanie.
Good morning, fam, and I'm gonna go back to. I already know what I look like. I need to go back to the other one. I don't want to see me. I want to see you. However, this is weird. Okay. Anyway, folks, I'm glad to be here. And I have to get this view right. I'm really looking at my own teeth. Don't work for me. There we go. Hi, everybody. Um, this song is so important to me and to a lot of folks. And today and every day in particular. And one of the things that I want to say to you is that the Underground Railroad is not a historical concept. We need to invoke it right now. Each of us needs to call on our inner Harriet Tubman and look after our neighbors and each other. Please, can I see you nod your head? Nod your head. That's what is being called for. That's what Dr. King called for. His legacy calls for that. That we stand up for each other in the face of just madness. And to remember that we cannot do this without each other. That our lives depend on each other. Nod your head. Nod it. And even if I can't hear you, I want to hear you go, mm-hmm. That's it. And look around. The reason that we are here is to be connected to each other. And I think that one of the powers of song is that it gives us energy when we cannot, there's no other way to keep going. Dr. King knew this. And so I think one of my favorite verses of this song, and I'll actually maybe put in the chat, Betsy, the link to my arrangement of it with Mary Watkins, the great pianist, and yeah. So I'll try to remember to put that in, or else maybe if you send it out as an after thing, it can be in there. But anyway, my favorite verse is this one, and I like to go slow. So here's my favorite verse. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. Even though we are, together we're a little less scared. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And when you sing that, if you treat each and every single one of those notes and every single one of those words as food and nourishment to help propel you when you feel frozen. And that's why, it's we. Because it's just a little less hard when we do it together. Nod your head. Nod it. Nod it. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Sing on, fam. And now, just sing on. When in doubt, sing. Passing the baton on to my brother Reggie Harris, who has been walking the walk and singing the talk for many, many years. This person knows the power of song. So I'm passing it on to you, brother Reg.
Well, thank you, Sister Melanie, and I am honored, privileged, and blessed to be here with all of you today. Uh, I just returned from a civil rights pilgrimage covering Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee with 25 students from Nazareth University in Rochester. Uh, Hearing the songs and the stories that were so much a part of the movement, visiting the home of Medgar and Merle Evers, visiting the church in Philadelphia, Mississippi, where Goodwin, Schorner, and Cheney went to investigate before they were taken by the Klan and killed. Uh, but of course, one of the pinnacle sites that we travel to is the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And I think about the 600 people who walked across that bridge into the maelstrom that was Bloody Sunday. And as we sent our students down from the apex of that bridge, reminding them that those people, they were putting their lives on the line because they believed in the promise of America. And the answer that they got is the answer that so many have gotten. But as we gather here today, that song, which became the anthem for the civil rights movement, was the song that unified and illuminated the courage of all of those people, most of them whose names we'll never know. But I love that Melanie started out with the verse, "We are not afraid." Why are we not afraid? Because it's all of us together. So that is the verse that I want to celebrate today. We know that the struggle is long and hard, but we do not struggle alone. So we will sing together into the strength that we have as community. And we'll sing, all of us together, all of us together, all of us together now. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe. Oh, we shall overcome someday. I remember the first time I got to sing that. We were all gathered to do a recording in Rhode Island. Bill Harley having contacted, the storyteller Bill Harley having contacted so many of us. There was Cordell Reagan, there was Betty Mae Fikes, there was Chuck Neblett, there was Wazir and Hollis Watkins, and a lot of us newbies who came to the movement, standing in awe of these amazing people who really were in the struggle during those years, knowing every day that their lives could be taken. And as we looked at them, they embraced us. They said, think about why you are really here. And at the time, I thought to myself, what a question. I think that I came largely because I believe in the power of the song, but it made me really think about what I was willing to contribute. Would it be my life? All of these people had come under fire, and all of these people had survived a war. And in that moment, it made me realize that this song was what kept them all together. This song and the other songs they sang. So let's sing that again, all of us together, because we are going to have to stand and stay together, not only for the next 4 years, but for the rest of our lives as the struggle continues. All of us together, all of us together, all of us together now. I know that I do believe, oh, we shall overcome someday. And I am so thrilled to pass this on to my dear sister, Betsy Rose.
Who temporarily forgot how to unmute. Hello. Reggie, Mel. Wow, I feel like I've been pulled into the stream so beautifully. It's not hard, you know. Most of us have this song deep in our bones, but it gets activated. The spark has been lit, and I'm just almost shaking with just the joy of this. I have a couple of little things to tell you. One is someone just posted, and I didn't know this, that Leonard Pelletier's sentence has been commuted. Let's take a moment, give thanks. Praise be. Okay. All the more. We shall overcome. Do you know, I mean, we know how many years people have been lobbying and petitioning and marching and advocating for this horrific imprisonment. And we overcame. We overcame. And boy, does history have a long arc, folks, but it does bend toward justice, right? This was a very long arc for Leonard Pelletier. So I want to say that. I know we're moved by that, those who didn't know. And then a practical thing, if you need tech help with anything, contact Marianne Barlow. Marianne, can you raise your hand? Can we? There she's right she's right there on my screen. She's our tech host and our host. She will take care of any questions about that. A couple of people said, why can't we hear each other on Zoom? It doesn't work. Zoom did not figure out how to get us all coordinated when we sing. It's been a practice. I think it's a practice in feeling alone and knowing you're not. Singing online together. We feel like it's just me and my voice. You look at 500 people, 20 people, mouths moving, eyes light. You know you're not alone. So that's the best we can do right now. We are recording this. It will be online. You can share it with your friends. More people are knocking on my email wanting to come in. We're full. I should have gotten a bigger room. I did get a bigger room, but I didn't expect this. So there you go. And that might be all. Yeah, I think that's all the practical stuff I wanted to say. So I first encountered this song when I was about 11 or 12 years old in the civil rights movement days. My dad was very passionate about all that was going on in the South, very passionate about it. He brought home the news. We didn't have a TV, but he brought home the news. And he brought home a recording, I think I got this right, of Pete Seeger and the SNCC Freedom Singers or something to that effect. Some recording where I heard people singing together out loud for justice and singing verses. I think this was Pete telling us that people would make them up on the spot in the street. They needed a verse, they sang it. You know, the fire hose, the dogs were coming, and somebody shouted out, "We are not afraid," and everyone would start singing. I'm a little girl who's just started learning the guitar and singing Joan Baez ballads, and this went through me like an electric shock. Oh, people are writing songs right now about stuff that matters to them, and my little girl heart said, "I want to be part of that." So I started writing songs. This is how I started writing songs, was because of that spontaneous song making of this incredible movement. Thank you for the love sign. So, and then my other story about We Shall Overcome. In fact, let's sing. We haven't yet actually sung, I don't think. Maybe we have. Sorry. I was answering emails telling people the room was full. I'm not sure we've actually sung We Shall Overcome. So I think we need to do that. Ready? Take a deep breath. Brace your shoulders, lift your head, open your eyes. Imagine yourself in a mass of people out in the streets marching for something you care about, and we sing, "We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday." We shall Let's do it again. It's just warming up. We're still warming up. Big voices. Sing it out. Let your neighbors hear what's going on. Drown out the inauguration crap that they're listening to. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Yeah. And take a minute right now, everyone, and just close your eyes if you wish. Think about a time, some other time you've sung this song, any memory of singing this song. And if you haven't yet, bravo! You're being inaugurated into this. But think about your own history with this song. I lifted up with gratitude. Every step brought us here. I have a song that I won't sing today, but I'll probably sing it Thursday. I do monthly online group singing like this on Thursdays, and we're doing one this coming Thursday, and some of the great freedom songs will be sung there. And if you want to, just a little shameless plug, if you want to get on the list to hear about that event, please join my mailing list, and Marianne's going to put that in the chat for you. People have been putting ideas for verses in the chat, and I'm going to get to one or two of those, but I want to just tell you my other iconic story about this song. Fast forward from 11, 12-year-old Betsy to Betsy 2016. I was 65, and I was on a pilgrimage. I had gotten funded to go through parts of Asia and Africa singing with grassroots women's organizations and children and grassroots community organizing folks. And what an experience. I mean, I could talk for hours about that. But this song turned out to be, I took several short, simple songs with me. One of them was Melanie's We Are Sending You Light, translated into Kiswahili, Hindi, Nepali, and we sang it. I have a beautiful video of Kenyan women singing this song to us. Maybe I'll play it after the event. Singing We Are Sending You Light, that when Trump got elected in 2016, and we were devastated. And they sent us a video of them singing it, and they said, don't worry, another election is coming. So let's just take that to heart. So I just sang this song with children and women all over. I just can't even begin to tell you how moving it was. And the thing I want you to know, this song is very well known in India. Children in schools sang right along in Hindi, Hum hunge kamyab, hum hunge kamyab. But they knew it because Gandhi was connected to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was known in India through Gandhi. And so they knew this song much more than American school children that I've led. They don't know it. I have to teach it to them. Anyway, after the event at about 10:15, maybe a little earlier, actually a little before 10:15, I'm going to show you the video collage of this song being sung in all these different settings that I was so privileged to go to. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, so we're going to do one more verse from your ideas. Oh my God, 33 new messages. Let's see. Oh, there was so many good ones. I can't find them now. We shall walk in love. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. We shall walk in love. Big chest open, heart. We shall walk in love. We shall walk in love. We shall walk in love today. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe we shall overcome someday. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So good to see you singing. Your faces are just shining. I want you to know. Take a look at everybody. Go on gallery and take a look. It's just the best. I see a hand raised. We're not going to take suggestions verbally. Please put your ideas or suggestions or questions in the chat, and we will hope to include them. I'm going to introduce Sheniqua, and then after Sheniqua, we'll have a little bit more time for some more singing or wrapping up, and then the video. But right now, I want to bring you a really beautiful and very joyful presence, Sheniqua Trotman. And I think I've already introduced you, Sheniqua. I really don't know much about you, but I've looked at your online stuff, and you are definitely a mover and a shaker. You obviously come across as a woman with a great heart for what singing together can do for people, and how important it is to bring our vibrations together. And what is your website? Elevated Expressions. I love that. Elevated Expression. That's what you are all about. So please join us and take time. Feel free to take time to introduce yourself more fully. We have time.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. Um, I have been holding back the tears since we got on this call, just to see so many beautiful people who want to be together and who want to connect together in a time where things feel, excuse me, things are feeling quite heavy for me personally, quite heavy. Um, and to gather online and to sing together and to sing a song that I grew up singing, that my grandmother, who was an activist, would sing to me. I was just thinking while Betsy was singing how while other kids' moms and grandmothers were singing them Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star when they went to bed, my grandmother was singing We Shall Overcome to me at night. So this song is extremely special to me. Throughout, since I was asked to sing this, sorry y'all, the water is right there. I'm really connected right now. Um, I have been thinking about my grandmother and her plight. She was an activist. She grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, where she did the sit-in. She marched with Martin Luther King. She was doing all of these amazing things until she was run out of her town by the KKK. She had to move up north to Jersey City because they were threatening to kill her and her family. And I was just thinking about all of the stories that she told me growing up, and thinking about how life was for her back then. She passed away about 12 years ago, but she is the one ancestor that I have that I know is with me, that I feel her with me every single day. And to be able to honor her and to honor her life and to remember her by singing this song with a bunch of people who I don't know any of y'all, but I love y'all already. Um, to be able to honor her in that way is just making me feel so good in this moment. And the tears that are waiting to come up are really tears of joy, tears of love. I'm scared, but I also feel peace at the same time. So it's a lot going on over here. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. It's a lot going here in my little apartment in Brooklyn, New York. But I'm so happy that I can honor her by singing this song. And I just remember her just patting me on the back, trying to go to bed, when you're a little scared of the dark. And my grandmother would say, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And I remember she would pat me on the back and she would shake her body. So I would move with her and I could hear her heartbeat as we sang together. And she would say, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And I think I saw in the chat someone said, they said, all of us together. All of us together. All of us together someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And I'm going to do one more verse. Is that okay, Betsy? So I know in the original song, my favorite verse, I did my grandmother's favorite verse, I did someone from the chat's favorite verse, but my favorite verse is, because I'm a Libra, and I'm a lover and not a fighter, and I love peace, and I love when people feel good, so my favorite verse, is, we shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall live in peace someday. And I'm going to do the last part of that, and I'm going to end it how I want to end it. We shall live in peace someday. Because I like to end when I do it up like that, and I go up the register note. My musicians help me out, whatever that is called. It just feels uplifting and positive, and that's what I need in this moment. Thank you all for singing with me. Thank you, Betsy, for inviting me into this amazing space. I have another online song thing happening tomorrow. I'll post a link for that. Through Stellar Village, and don't mind me cry. I'm really connected to my water, so if you see me crying tomorrow, just music moves me so much, so I just love it. Thank you so much, Reggie. Thank you so much, Melanie. I love all of you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Sheniqua. Thank you so much. And of course, thank all the artists. And I have a feeling that many of you probably are not in a hurry to leave this space. It's a pretty sacred space. It's a safe space. It's a refuge from the things that are going on around us that we need refuge from. Not hiding. That's different. We're not hiding. We're taking refuge so that our souls can be restored and our courage can be restored. So stick around. I'm not going to cut this thing off. I would like to invite any of the artists who can stay to pick one verse or two from the crowdsourced suggestions, and we'll keep going for a little bit, and then I will play that video, but I just don't want to rush this. This is absolutely precious. I've never never experienced anything online quite like this, and I'm amazed at the power of spirit to take a little human being who had a little idea and frenetically did her best, and turning it into what it happened. This is how it works. This is how energy works. And I want to say again, if you get discouraged and feel like you have a great idea for some way to resist or empower or make something happen, and you think, I'm too small, I don't think it'll work, nobody will want to, just remember this event, okay? I want to sing a verse someone put in, and I think what she meant was cry together. It was a misspell, so it could have been cry together, or it could be pray together. So why don't we do both of those? We can cry together, and we shall pray together. Okay, here we go. We can cry together. We can cry together. We can cry together today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And in fact, crying together will help us overcome. You know, we know that crying is far from weakness. It is an essential human cleansing, essential human releasing to bring the power back in. And we shall pray together. We shall pray together. We shall pray together. We shall pray together today. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe we shall overcome someday. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I see one there before I have to go. Betsy.
Please do, right now, go for it.
Yes.
And everybody, just notice the PayPal, Venmo info. This is a donation event. Please support these artists. We will donate the excess to a cause I haven't looked up yet that supports the Black lives, especially of those incarcerated, in honor of Leonard Pelletier. Maybe the Black Mamas Bailout, which I donate to every year, helping Black mamas get out of jail so they can be with their babies. Anyway, please donate generously. It's all in the chat. Go ahead, Melanie. Sorry about that.
No worries. And I have put my version of singing "We Shall Overcome" with Mary Watkins in the chat that we recorded. So I see one here that's really, I'm loving this. And you're beautiful out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember to breathe. The thing that I want to say is we got to keep our head up, our hearts open, remember to breathe, and keep doing the work. That's it. Do what you can right where you are. When you look in the mirror and see how beautiful you are, but also see that you are manifesting, like I said earlier, your inner Harriet Tubman. We can do for each other where we are. Nod your head. I love this one. We still have a dream. We still have a dream. We still have a dream today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Oh, let's do that one again. We still have a dream. We still have a dream. We still have a dream today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome come someday. Thank you, folks. I have to go, but bless your bones out there. All of them.
Bless you, Mel.
Yeah,
Carry on. Sing on, girl. Love you.
always.
Bye. Okay. Somebody asked, what time is the Betsy singing? Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I think Marianne's going to put that in the chat. I gave you the link, Marianne. I bet you can do it. Oh boy, there's something I needed to say. Oh, we're gonna hear from another verse or two from Reggie from the chat and from Sheniqua, and then I'm gonna play that international video. And then if people are left and want to, I will leave the room open and we can unmute and talk informally amongst each other. One of the questions I wanted to ask you all, but I think the chat's been so busy, I may not invite you to put in the chat, you're welcome to, is to put in or access your own memory of this song, which I already asked you to do quietly. But the time afterwards when we leave the room open could be a time for people to share their memories of singing this song. That could be real sweet. And if there's tons of people, I can create breakout rooms in a minute. So just keep that in mind. But right now, a little more singing and then the video of children and women all over the world singing this song. Reggie, go for it.
Unmuted. The verse that I want to add in is the truth will give us courage. The truth will give us courage. The truth will give us courage now. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe, oh, the truth will give us courage now. You know, we live in a time when all evidence seems to signal that the truth doesn't matter, but the truth always matters. And one of the things that I remembered as we were going through the museum in Montgomery, the Equal Justice Initiative Museum of Peace and Justice. And if you have not yet had a chance to go visit that museum, and now the sculpture garden that they have also opened, was just an amazing testament to the artistic vision of freedom and justice. Put it on your calendar. Get yourself to Montgomery. But I was just reminded going through that museum so often that even buried under years and years of denials and misinformation, the truth will always rise. So indeed, the truth will give us courage, and we will give each other courage, standing together.
Yay, I clap for everyone. Give Reggie some love here. And of course, we all know the famous phrase, the truth shall set you free, but first it puts you through the ringer, right? So we know this, right? We know this.
We know this.
Listen, I'm going to make a very quick pitch again for donations, because I want you to know that artists like Reggie and Mel and Sheniqua and me and many other artists, social justice artists that couldn't come today, we are invited to sing at marches and rallies and vigils all the time. We are never paid for it. This is our work. This is our gift. We are asked to do that. Today, we have an opportunity to support these artists who still have rent to pay, who still have food to buy, and singing for food just doesn't seem to work anymore, nor rent. So this is a real opportunity for you to contribute just not only your voice and your presence, but a little bit of your treasure to keep this kind of music alive. It is not easy to be a social justice singer in this world and get paid for it, as Reggie will attest, I'm sure, and Sheniqua as well, and Melanie. So thank you for that. Sorry, just wanted to get that in. Sheniqua, do you have another verse for us?
Yes, I do. So someone posted in the chat, some can't walk, so let's move in love. I
Yeah.
love that verse. So I'm gonna do that verse, and I'll do that one. Let's
Let's
move in love. Let's move in love. Let's move in love today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe. Let's move in love today. And I'm going to go back to we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Oh, what a wonderful space. And the time to be able to sing this song with you all is just so amazing. I'm overjoyed. Thank you.
Me too. I'm completely overjoyed. I just want to stay here all day, you know. And I know some people need to go, but thank you, Sheniqua. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Melanie, in absentia. And thanks to all the social justice singers, and thanks to all of you. We're not saying goodbye just yet, but I just want to say these heartfelt thank yous for an extraordinary experience that went beyond my wildest dreams. I want to thank Pam Telu for having the faith of a mustard seed. This is biblical, going biblical here, to have a little idea about 10 or 15 people gathering at the Albany City Hall to sing We Shall Overcome this morning, and how that blossomed into a field of musical energy. And it's just how it works. And I'm so grateful to be a little part of this. I have a couple of things I want to tell you. I think I did most of them. I'm so happy about Leonard Pelletier. I'm still just kind of vibrating from that. So at this point, I'm going to post and play the video of international folks in Asia and Africa singing this song with me, my great privilege and joy, and never changed my life to do this. And then we'll see who's left and if they want to stay around and chat a little bit. But let's give one more kind of just big, whatever kind of gratitude you can show with your body, your bowed hands. Just let Sheniqua, Reggie know, and me, that you have been here, and you are here, and you will be here. And Sheniqua, if you can stick around, Reggie, if you can stick around, you'll love this video. And by the way, Sheniqua, I'm definitely going to talk to you about coming to my Thursday night to do your magic. Sheniqua, if any of you came to the Heather Houston night in December, the solstice evening we did, where she has these multi-layered parts with pre-recorded versions of the parts, so when you sing a part in a round or a multi-layered chant, you actually get to hear all the other parts. It's as close to live in the room as you can get. It's magical. And I know Sheniqua does that. And I know that Maggie Wheeler, who's coming this coming Thursday to the program, is going to do that kind of song leading. She's fabulous. So I hope, I know Marianne posted the link to this Thursday in the chat, also my mailing list in the chat. And artists, if there's anything else you want to put in the chat to help people find you, you go right ahead. I'm going to run the video now. Hope you'll stick around because it's very cool. And let's see, here we go in just a minute. Share screen, I know how to do this. And coming at ya. Give me a sec here. Of course, there's always something weird that happens. That's kind of how it's supposed to be. You just give me a sec here. It's all going to be good.
We shall overcome.
marching. They were singing while their friends were getting beaten up. They're marching down a street, and they see 100 policemen with dogs and clubs waiting for them. And if they don't stop, those police are going to move in and beat them. Do you think they might have been a little afraid? What do you think? I think so. I would have been afraid. Annie, were you afraid sometimes when you were confronting soldiers?
Yeah, sometimes I were, but sometimes again, the kind of condition we found ourselves in, I wasn't afraid. Yes, because they were like saying, if I die in making peace, there is no problem, but I need peace in my country.
Exactly. I think that's what kept them going. I think you can be scared and be brave at the same time. So they would sing, in that moment when they were afraid, they would sing, "We are not afraid." Let's sing it. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, keeping our heart, I will believe. We shall overcome someday. Wow. It's really good to see that again. And that last scene with Annie and the girls in Liberia, I think many of you know Liberia had a horrible extended civil war under the Charles Taylor dictatorship. He was a, get this, narcissistic, I think sociopathic dictator. Does this sound familiar? And warlords and his huge bloody and villages just being rampaged by child soldiers who've been drugged and kidnapped to carry AK-47s. And Annie and that village was one of the many villages across the country that women organized out of a massive women's nonviolent peace movement, started by a wonderful woman whose name I just always can't quite access when I'm talking. She won the Nobel Peace Prize for bringing Muslim and Christian women together in Monrovia, and that's very unusual in that country, to pray and fast. And the basic feeling was, we got to do something. These men are just not getting it. They're not getting it done. They're not making peace. They're not stopping this thing. We got it. Women have to do it. And basically they did. They really did a powerful international movement. So I was in the village with Annie, who was one of the village leaders for their women, and she told incredible stories of how the child soldiers would come in with their guns, and the women in their white t-shirts, they all wore these white t-shirts, would surround them in a circle and sing to them, and sing songs from their childhood, songs from their roots, and talk to them as mothers and say, your mother does not want you doing this. You need to go home. Your mother wants you home. And they would say, I'm a mess. I'm all raggedy and my hair's long and everybody's going to know I've been fighting. And the woman would say, we'll give you a haircut. We'll give you fresh clothes. Give us your gun. We'll send you home. And they did that. They literally did that. This is how women can organize when it's needed. So just, again, take that with you in your heart. The impossible is always possible. Okay, my friends. Let's just sing one more time and then close out, and then those who want to stay will do whatever's fun at that point. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. See you again somewhere, somehow. See you again, Sheniqua, Reggie, all the other wonderful people. Love you, bless you, stay strong, and don't forget to cry. Okay.